Hello, I'm Paul Stankard at Salem Community College's Samuel H. Jones Glass Education Center, where we hold the annual International Flameworking Conference. Since 2001, master artists from around the globe have demonstrated their talent here in the spirit of sharing with our students and conference attendees. We've recorded these demonstrations so students and glass enthusiasts can be inspired by these featured artists. This collection of video demonstrations is now being offered to you through Salem Community College's exclusive Masters Series. Iwao Matsushima is a master of Japanese glass art who has received international acclaim for his core form vessels. He has reinvented the art of core forming, a process perfected and used more than 3,500 years ago before the advent of glassblowing. Glassmakers would shape the body of a vessel around the core, wind colored trails around the form, and add handles and rim. After the vessel is cooled, the core is removed for the final finish. Matsushima was inspired by small, ancient Egyptian core-formed vessels that he saw in a museum collection. He had studied art and design, but had no knowledge of glassmaking. He began to educate himself, and although he failed repeatedly in his first attempts, he found it to be new and interesting experience. Here, Iwao Matsushima, assisted by his wife, Michio, demonstrate at the 2005 International Flameworking Conference.
Just very quickly to explain where he's at, this is his core, which he explained last evening. This morning it has been baking in an oven at 400°C. Now he's taken it out, and for the last 30 minutes he's been baking the core from the bisque fire.
Thank you. Yeah. Now he put the first mosaic. This place is a little brighter than where he lives usually, so it's hard for him to see the flame, color of flame and flame. So also when you saw he'd been baking the core, but he was not sure how long he need to bake more, or it's already done, or it's hard to know with this different climate. Usually he takes more time to make like this size of piece, but today is 1 hour and a half is the maximum hour for him, so he tried his best to somehow finish one piece. So far he put 2 muscari is the name of the flower, and 1 daffodils. Now he put using the same color of using same color of thin rod to fill the gap between mosaics. To keep the mosaics pattern, the mosaics pattern has to be stay as it is, not to melt. So keep working a little bit lower temperature than it's easy to work. Silica and clay, mixed with silica and clay. Clay. Uh-huh. Yeah, that kind of, yeah. At this stage is to put on a mosaic onto the core. There is a big possibility to break a core. So even him, it's a little difficult to speak and kind of concentrate doing it. And try to keep the softness of the glass as same as everybody is kind of keep same softness. He tried to make a little, what to say, a little more blue to make that bottom part complete. Press a little bit to make it smoothen the surface of the glass. Can you hear me? Now it's heat up a little bit to and press a little bit to all squeeze the air out between the all mosaics. So you need to put these tweezers time to time into the water, otherwise tweezers gets too hot, then stack the glass. You know, that's really a disaster. So. Ah. So here is the ruler. Set the ruler next here to, depends on the diameter, where you put which color of the cane. Sometimes it's better to check the length of the cane to make sure you have enough length for one round. This cane is the pre-made cane using a gold leaf in it, the clear and gold leaf. 結局これでは足りないみたいだったの。後で使うの。もうちょっと後で入れる。Always when he use one round, then he take the cane off. After that, the Michio cut the edge to make the edge is always perfect. Okay. The glass he is using is a satake glass, the Japanese glass. But now you can buy in this country, I think. It's really soft. Yeah. So each end of the spiral cane, he doesn't do like just a pull out, but always take the end to Michio and he cut the end. Then the edge of the glass stick together perfectly. When you cut slightly longer than you think is really good like this, but a little bit longer, but then the heat gets at the edge, then a little round the edge, then when it goes down, stick together perfectly. He's going to use the two. I don't know what to say, but two white lace, and also the three to give some rhythm into the piece. So from now on, he's mainly using the white and clear, but because of that difference, give some rhythm into the piece. For this work, you have to be careful. Don't bring up the temperature too high. This is the minimum heat you need to get to make the shape. What to say? Yes, shape. I don't know the word. Yeah, don't melt. The time the edge become perfectly to become together, you cannot see the edge. That made him so happy, but that's only happened once in 20 times or something like that. So if it's just a small amount of air, the core, the material, can absorb the air. So when you press enough or correctly, then the bubbles goes squash into the core. And also there is the possibility if you're working too high temperature, then the air is coming out also from the mold material. So it has to be keep the temperature as cool as possible, probably. Yeah, when he taught last year at Corning, and we saw that kind of examples, like the air is try to coming out, then burst the glass. But if you keep the temperature lower, then not gonna happen. To avoiding the water or air coming out from the core, that's the reason you need to bake the core carefully enough and long enough before you apply the glass. It's not just the surface, but also goes deep into the few millimeter or something, almost to the, not really almost the wire area, but it goes deep into heat goes in to get out almost all the crystallized water. So for making the big piece, like the one you saw on video, that to bake core carefully enough is the one of the key to get successful piece. So even you bake long enough, when you while you work, and then apply the glass from bottom to the top, and which means the heat trapped into the core, then inside temperature goes upper and upper. So the risk of the the air or air coming out is bigger. So you have to be careful and try to avoid that happens. I don't know how to do it, but. So I think some of them realized when he baked the core, he didn't really rotate, but keep staying one spot by spot by spot. So I asked him, does he have any indicator or something when he moves, and how long it for one spot or something. Then he said like he's not sure, but when by his eyes, he kind of indicate it goes up to 800 Celsius. Please convert yourselves. But like to make sure goes up like that temperature, one spot, each spot, then that's the kind of the measurement of the enough heat. This time, break a little bit too shorter than it's supposed to be. So, don't panic, and somehow you can repair. We forgot to explain about what kind of piece he's planning to make, but the bottom part is mosaic, and then lace, and then make another design, which is so-called festoon pattern. So you'll see what kind of shape he'll make. When you cut the glass using plier, you try to put the plier once, and then just a moment wait, and then do like this. Then easier to cut than just to directly do the one move. If you are trying to do it in one time, then because of that strong power, that's the cause of crack the body of core. His torch, the torch is using propane and compressed air. No oxygen. If we want to use the torch with oxygen air, you have to use this clay part, little bit more tolerance for high heat, high temperature. We just finished that lace part, so now it's kind of smooth on the surface, and then going to next stage. もしこれと同じものをね、家で作るとしたら全部でどれぐらいのかかるんですかって。このあれの部分だけでね、今日の乗せていくところをするのにってことですね。ガラスの部分でですよね。If he's making the same size of piece at home, it takes about 3 hours. Only they put on the glass onto the core. Now he's putting the clear glass to from over there to the next line, I guess. Huh? Yes. Okay. So, and then just try to like a spirally goes up from this point to next line, and then he put the really fine white, and then using I don't know what he's going to use, but to drag it to get the festoon pattern. But that's the one of the ancient people did, but this time he did white on the clear. Once you put the glass around, then press the edge between to make sure all the gaps are closed. What? Having fun? My question is that he's concentrate doing that part, and he doesn't need to heat a little bit to the end. But he said it's better to keep like this because certain amount of heat going through the inside, and like this distance, enough heat is hitting even the edge of the piece. So now he's going to the end of the clear, and to make this level, straight level. So it's away from the body. It goes before here, but goes like this to get all the level, and then put the glass in gap to fill the gap. He just changed the flame because it's a little bit too reducing. Because this propane gas is a little bit probably little too much something in it to make it easy to get what's the word? なんだっけ reducing じゃなくて oxidize easier. So he tried to get a good flame as possible, but it's a little bit difficult than when he's doing at home. He now tried to fix it. He believes there is some carbon in it. So try to get out some carbon. Mm. そのぐらいにしておいてもらえると精神編集すごいありがたい。You know, he is such a perfectionist, so he can stand. There is some like a blackish stuff in it, but for us, please stop doing it. It's too risky. So like making like bigger piece, at least once or twice, there is kind of a crisis, emergency situation happens. So gradually he has a guts or what to say, like don't panic and do somehow to fix it. To make it smooth and once the surface, try to make it perfect, then there is the one cause to make a trouble or something. So that's the one thing he's do time to time.
Because Sensei needs some more time, we're going to start the question and answer period now. So if you have any questions for Sensei, then feel free to just raise your hand and I'll come up with this mic and then Yoko will help answer the question.
I have a question about the core material.
Uh-huh.
Do you have to form it in a flame or can you do it in a kiln?
What?
That core material, do you have to dry it in a
You
flame?
mean yeah,
or before you start the whole work? Can it be done in a kiln?
This time he made it and then keep in room one night to dry, and then before he pre-bake, he put in a kiln at 450 Celsius about 1 hour, and then bring out the kiln and start baking.
The question is, this student has attempted this and had rust occur where the rust came through the top material of the core. How does he keep this from occurring?
So when you make the core, when you apply the clay onto the steel wall, once you put the clay and then bring onto the flame to make it slightly dry the clay, and then put one more layer and back to the flame and shape the core. That you repeat doing it, and then when you finish, it's still you can see a little bit of rust. Usually, if the wire is not stick out from the body, it's not harm the glass.
The next question, when a sensei makes an object like an amphora with a tall neck, how does he get the core completely out from the shoulder area?
So using like I don't know what's the name, but you use the when you do the barbecue, that kind of
Sure.
needle kind of stuff. Then you just bend the end of it, and then just a little by little dig out and carefully doing it. So it takes time, but you can do it. Now he put the really thin white. This part get a little too fat, so he tried to get out. Hmm. 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 So back to that amphora thing. When he saw the ancient piece, the fragments of ancient amphora piece, like about 3,300 years ago, he saw lots of scratch mark on it remain on the inside of the amphora. So he found out that even the ancient people had hard time to get rid of the inside stuff. So
Yagi-san, next question
yes.
here. How does sensei prevent the steel mandrel from coming apart from the steel wool?
次の質問はどうやったらスチールウールがスチールのロッドから離れないようにできるんですか？彼は本当にやってみて結構辛い思いをしたのかな。So if first you put one layer of steel wool, and it's still like rotate and not really stick to the stem, then you can use the really fine wire to wrap it, to stop it. But once you being using this rod, the iron rod, it's become rust to the end, then it's easy to stick the stainless steel wool to that rod, and you don't have that problem anymore.
Next question, in the cone series, does he polish the entire inside all the way down to the tip, and if so, how?
he didn't, he couldn't really go through to the end to polish it, but he cleaned out as much as possible to the, yeah, and then he, he cleaned out every tiny bits, and then just polish it as far as he can. He used router to do it. So, sorry, for that reason also, when he make the core, it's as smooth and is good shape as possible is really important. Okay. For annealing, he keeps the kiln at 450 temperature, waiting for the piece. And then when he put the piece, then turn off. That's it. Celsius. Yes, Celsius. Over again.
Next question. Has Sensei ever made glass vessels without a core?
コアを使わないで作品っていうかガラスのものを作る器とかを作られたことはあるんですかって。When he was young, he tried the casting, glass blowing, but the core glass is the most mysterious one, so that he captured to doing it. He believes the core forming glass has some part is like glass blowing, some part is like casting, some part is the kiln forming. So he believes this is the best.
Question, how long does his glass stay hot? And is there cracking issues with the ceramic core? And when he heats the glass and the object, does he think about keeping only the glass hot? Or is he thinking about keeping the core hot to make the glass hot?
So two good questions. Yeah, the first question, the answer is, of course, the core gets cracked, going to be a big problem, because then the inside of the glass gets some mark on it. So sometimes harm the design, sometimes you need time to get rid of the gap. And also, and I'm gonna ask the second question. So when you, for today, he will finish at that place, not go further. But when he goes further up, if the temperature of the core is too low, then the crack getting, there are a really tiny crack already at the core, but sometimes it's growing, and that's become trouble to lip the surface of the glass, or many kinds of trouble. So try to heat a bit to get certain temperature before he apply the glass. That's okay? Especially the long piece like corn, he cannot see the whole body after he applied the glass. So Michio time to time pointed out this part looks a little too cold, and then somehow to keep the heat evenly or enough temperature. From now he's going to draw to make the pattern on that clear part. The pattern he's going to make is so-called reverse festoon pattern by archaeology. Okay. I'm sorry, I don't know the word I'm about to say it. He's kind of scratching. It's like you do the marbling. Leaky. Reiki. Reiki. Okay. Now you can see the way he used the end of his tool, how he used that end. So usually that end is easily goes starts sinking down. It's like to the contract to the body. So to keep the edge flat, like even, like a level, keep the certain level, then he tried to push up a little bit to make it right. Try to make the bottom. He usually uses the spoon, but today he forgot to bring it actually, so. But he's, this one is going to annealing oven, and probably will be able to bring it out tomorrow, and he will probably be able to finish grinding tomorrow. Then probably you will be able to see the finished piece afterwards. もうすぐそれ行く。
構でも白く結晶してしまって失敗するんじゃないかと思ってた。
When he prepared this lace cane one day prior the day, is the oxygen was no gas was not good or something. Then it's more like なんだっけクリスタライズドじゃなくて、reduction じゃなくて。
Change of color on the glass.
ここが白く
No,
なっ
it's
ちゃうのかな。
getting what's the word?
まあいいや、綺麗にできた。
So, but anyway, so like he thought it's the same things. If at demo, if that same things happen, then it's like kind of like a whitish, like crystal kind of. Kind of. Devitrification. Yes, that's the word. Yeah, devitrification could happen, but it didn't happen. So it's really good.
これ外す時のスチールの効果がすごく
Now he's
こんな感じで
see.
So if it was going to devitrify, would it have been while it was annealing or while he was forming it? When did he think the devitrification would happen?
It's while he's working on the torch.
何のようって言ったらいいのかな。
なんて言ったらいいのかな。It's all rust while the work. So
ラスク？
てか今一応その錆びたって言ったの。錆びたっていうか燃えた ？It's burnt. So
だけどね、これ普通に燃えたんじゃなくて四酸酸化鉄みたいに。
四酸酸化鉄は難しすぎてわかりません。
4-3オキサイドで酸化されてるから。
Now it's こんな感じ。Yeah. If you like, you can take pictures.
ペーストの部分がこの。
Now you can see how thick the paste part. It's like about less than 5 millimeter probably. Some part is just 2 mil. But almost same thickness for whole body.
グレープフルーツみたいに。
So don't you think it looks like a grapefruit?
僕らはこのやり方をコアフォーミングって呼んでるけど、もっと別の呼び名をすればもっとなんか面白いイメージが湧きそうな気がするんだけど。
Okay.
例えばハンドルドキャスティングとか、フレームキャスティングとかフレームモールディングとかいろんな呼び方ができると思う。
So it's this technique is now it's called core forming technique. But if we decided to call it different name, then could be give the different image, like somehow なんて言った？ hand cast.
ハンドルドキャスティングっていうのがあるから。
handled casting or
フレームモールディング。
flame molding or something like that.
こう凹凸を残すやり方をすることが。
The pattern he made like a zigzag. It's a little bit like a not smooth surface, like a little bit like this.
それは。
That has a bigger risk.
ここのところ。
あまり成功しない。
9割以上割れてる。
Wow, these days it's about like a 90% broken.
90% broken?
いや、前はもう全く割れてなかったね。途中から全部。
So only 10% raised here.
With the herringbone, he's saying that pattern.
Yeah, it's like probably someone knows like he used the knife to make that.
バーナーが変わったり、コアの材質が少し変わったりした時がなんか危険みたい。
Like when he changed his torch, or when he changed this clay, it's that kind of slight difference make the big difference.
ブラシは。
Use a brush. yeah, better results than he expected, actually. He was so worried about the flame.
Yeah.
Yeah, from the oxygen. Its oxygen's content is a little bit different than the one in Japan. So.
Can you get that kind of steel wool in a Japanese store in the U.S.? A big Japanese store, like in Chicago?
I don't know, please ask.
I go there, yeah, I will.
We tried use the American one, and it could work. But the because more oil contained, so it's better to find the less oil contents stainless steel as possible. 水大丈夫? So, as you see, usually he used that pottery wheel, using
Right,
that yeah.
Makes it easier.
It looked like a wonderful idea.
Yeah, but for using that one, you have to make the core has to be the I don't know what to say, the total circle.
Okay.
You know, otherwise you cannot rotate.
Right.
Yeah, spin it. Yeah. So that's the kind of the impossible things to do. I think it's really difficult. Because he used a little bit fat cane, that's the reason it's a little bit fatter than, thicker than usual piece. Usually it's more thinner, finer. Hmm, この青いのスカリが可愛いね。